everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com here with another video tutorial for you in my series called Flashcards 2.0. The wow factor of today's card is just the layout. I loved how many awesome flowers I was able to get, and I'm still create a lot of color and dimension to today's card. So let's get started. As always, I'm going to begin with my Flashcard 2.0 pieces. Now, if you've not seen the first video that explains Flashcard 2.0, just go to YouTube and search Connie Stewart Flashcards 2.0. It should be the first video to pop up. My colors today are Regal Rose and Very Vanilla. My card base is Chocolate Chip, and I've cut that at 11 inches by 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. So it's just a standard card size. Okay, well, let's start first with our flashcard pieces because we need to do just a little bit of cutting before we get started. You are going to take these and cut them down to 4 inches each. So we're going to have 2 pieces that are 4 inches and then the scrap remaining. Let's set these off to the side for right now. We're just going to work with this vanilla piece for just a minute. A vanilla. How about the Regal Rose piece? Durr. Okay, I'm going to be using the Itty Bitty Shapes Punch Pack. And this is just the little kind of 4-petal flower. And this is awesome. We are going to punch as many of these flowers as we can out of this piece of cardstock. And a little tip is you can get 4. Then if you'll push the punch in as far as it'll go, see, that one's going to catch, so I'm going to come over just a little bit. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and if I hold my tongue just right, yes, 12. What do you think? You know, I could probably get another one right there. But that's what your paper is going to look like. We're going to have 12 great little flowers. I'm going to come in. It is really kind of important that you do this first because this part, what I'm about to do, has a little drying time. So you see I've got all my 12 flowers there on a paper piercing mat. I've got my stylus tool. If you don't have a stylus tool, just about anything will work. But I like that little fine tip to just come in and press down in the center of all these flowers. So you can see anything that's just kind of a little blunt on the end will work perfect. But hey, in my craft room, my stylus tool is always out. So I've got all my little flowers there. I'm now going to come in with some mini glue dots. Now I'm going to tell you right up front, you're going to need 13 mini glue dots for this project. So we're just going to adhere all the flowers along the mini glue dots. Let me move this and show you what it's going to look like when it's all done. It's going to look something like this. And you see I've come in with the Dazzling Details Sparkle in silver. Love this stuff. And I just added little dots into all 12 of my flowers. That number 13 mini glue dot, I just took some seam binding and just tied it in a knot and put that on the last one. Now, one thing you got to know about this Dazzling Details, it has to dry, so we're going to set that aside and let that dry completely while we work on the rest of our card. So we've got these 2 pieces. Remember, these are those 4-inch pieces that we cut. Now it's time to come in and do our little great border, our scallop border here. So a little trick I want to teach you because, let me come in and show you, I wanted these scallops to line up just right. So to do that, hoping you can see, there are some little tick marks inside the border punches. This will work with any of the border punches, by the way. I'm just going to line my vanilla cardstock up and punch. And then you can see there's pictures here on the punch that will allow me to line that up and get that punch just right. Let's do the exact same thing with that Regal Rose. Again, lining up on that same little tick mark and cutting it all out. So now, as you can see, those are going to line up just right. Awesome, right? Okay, so we've got that part done. Now we need to do a little trimming to this. And through the magic of television, I have that done. I trimmed each of these pieces here down to 1 1/2 inches. So basically, whatever's left over. We've got 1 1/2 here, and then our scrap. So now that we have that, it's time to do some stamping. So we've got these pieces all ready. Now I'm going to be using 2 stamp sets today. I'm going to be using a round array, and you guys have seen me use this one because it comes with it comes as a bundle, and I love that. And then the Summer Silhouette stamp set. And what I loved about this one, I love this border, I loved this leaf, and we're going to be using that little guy right there. So let's go ahead and start with that one. I'm going to use that border, and I'm going to ink that up in chocolate chip. And you can see I've just stamped that along my Regal rose. So I've got that one done. And now I'm going to come in with the Very Vanilla and do the stamping here. So this is with the Round Array stamp set. Let me show you what I've done. I've got 4 stamps from that set that I'm going to be using. Thank you, this little flower guy, K is for kindness, and the little doily. So a little tip to make sure we get all these on here is I'm going to take my 2 circles here, and I'm just going to butt them right up against each other. I'm using the C block. It really doesn't matter which one you use, as long as we get those to line up just like so. Now, just to save some time, I did go ahead and pre-stamp the flower and the thank you in Regal Rose, and you can see they're lined up the exact same way. So now let's come in with the chocolate chip ink and just stamp those last ones. And you can see it gives me great space in between so I can do the punching. Now before I put away that ink pad, I am going to use that little, I don't know, that little flowery guy. I don't know. It's the center of a flower, but we're just going to stamp that up there in the corner. And then we're going to do some punching with the 7 1/8" scallop circle, which, as I said, comes with the array. You can buy it separately as well, or you can buy this as a bundle. So if you already have the scallop circle, no problem. You can just buy the stamp set. But we are just going to line that up, and we're going to punch all those out. And then with this one, because we were already using the Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack, this is another. It comes with 3 stamps, so we're going to, punches. So we're going to go ahead and use that other one too. We're going to use that little guy. So we're going to get all those punched out. And now we are ready to kind of start putting our card together. So let me bring in my card base. As you can see, I came in with that big leaf from Summer Silhouette, and I stamped that in chocolate chip down at the bottom. The border that we stamped, you can see I've just adhered those scallops together, and we're just going to put that here on the side of our card. And now we're ready to start putting all this together. A little tip I'm going to give you on lining up all of these shapes is just lay them down, but don't press. We're just going to lay them. That way we can move things around if we need to. So you know what? I think I got that pretty good. When you're happy with it, give it a press, and you're all ready to go. All right, we've got that part done. Now comes the fun part. Let's use all of our wonderful little flowers and our ribbon. We're going to take that ribbon knot and just adhere that to the side. My glue, my Dazzling Details glue here is all dry. I've got 12 flowers to play with, guys. 12. So I've got a lot of room to play. I'm going to put 3 down here on my little leaf. Hey, let's stick one right here in the middle. And wow, look, I still have 5 left. So let's go ahead and adhere those to the inside of the card and add a little sparkle there as well. And we'll put 3 down here on the bottom corner. And look at that. That is all there is to it. What do you think? I think it is a fantastic card. Let me show you another little version that I did of it. My first one, actually. I wanted to use the petite curly label punch, but right now that one is that won't be available again until June. Some of you I know were lucky enough to get that punch, and I used the Chow Baby stamp set for that one, but I thought I'd go ahead and pull it in and let you see just another little version of that card. Exact same layout, just a different punch. Well, there you go. That is our card for today in a flash. I think this is a layout you really will use again and again. Now, if you'd like to order any of the supplies that I used on today's card, no problem. You can just go to simplysimplestamping.com. Have it delivered right to your door by clicking the online order button right there on the upper right-hand side. And if you like the idea of flashcards and you would love to have your flashcards pre-cut because cutting gives you a headache, no problem. I have those available for you too. 5 different color families, All the cardstock is cut, scored, envelopes, everything you need. So you'll be creating cards and mailing those out to your family and friends in a flash. What do you think? Be sure to check all those out at simplysimplestamping.com. Thank you again for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.